Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javante.
And this is Dre and Jay, and we're here today to do a review on Marvel Studios' special presentation, Werewolf by Night. And... I give credit to Marvel. I think this was... Marvel Studios, I think this was their best property released this year, so far. I know there's Black Panther still coming in December along with the Guardians holiday special, but so far I think this was the best thing to come from Marvel this year. Great show, great callback to the classic horror elements and classic horror films that you might have watched in the 60s and 70s, and you know, I really like the direction that it is going as far as what it can do for the Marvel's darker universe. You know, like darker characters, and how does this really set up into that? I thought the story was pretty cool. I thought the performances, the acting was great, and the characters were dope. You know, I liked Werewolf. I liked the man thing. You know, I like those characters. The effects looked solid. Michael Giacchino, who I've known this past year recently because he did the score for The Batman, which is amazing. Directed this series, and I give him props for it, man. I think it was amazing. And it kind of opens my eyes as far as MCU and what it can do in the future, because I think with some of the TV series that they do, or that they currently have planned, I wish that they would take this approach and do it more like a special presentation, like a 1 hour, maybe an hour 15 presentation.
I think they are doing that though.
I mean, I heard they're doing it for Nova. Like
yeah, Nova, you're getting Armor Wars becoming a movie now. Like they are doing it now. They realize, I think, that they don't want to have too many episodes of just like fluff. So, but as far as the show, I think you said a lot of great points. For me, I watched it. One of the things I think that was great about the show is that the black and white, I think, just really does something different as far as for film in general. You know, I'm from the era where we had like color and stuff like that. But seeing like I remember like seeing the old throwback horror film like Swamp Thing, Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, all that kind of stuff. Like those were always like cult classics, and they had a certain feeling, which is why they're like the original horror monsters. You know what I mean? And monsters, and they've lasted so long throughout history. And I like how they took that nod and went back and did something like that. You know what I mean? That was dope. I actually hate that the color came back. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I actually really enjoyed the black and white. Like I said, Man Thing was dope. Seeing new characters, seeing like the way they're trying to introduce the monster universe, and not just throwing it in there saying, "Hey, it's been here." They're trying to say, like, I kind of start off with like before the Avengers, like before what we knew as our these supernatural things. You had these creatures, and it shows the creatures. Like I loved all that, and I thought the story got right too. I don't think it took too much time. They pretty much explained right away, like these are all the best monster hunters coming all together to claim this one prize. So I love how I just got right to it. The characters were all dope. The girl was dope as hell. I didn't think she was that badass, but when she got out there, she was badass. The Wolfman, like the Wolfman's supposed to be, you know, it's like the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing. You know, they're two different personalities. When he's just himself, nice, kind guy, helping creatures, helping people. And then when that Wolfman come out, it's a different beast. But overall, I enjoyed the series, man. I thought they did a great job. Some of the great kills. The transition to the Wolfman was dope. Even the way he looked, I thought he wasn't too overdone. I thought he had still a manly look, but still like had the wolf parts also as well. I thought he was done very well, not too over the top. You know, sometimes in Hollywood, you see a little too much done, and you're like, okay, a little too much, maybe take me out of it a little bit. But seeing this was like brought you back to like a classic feel of like the old school Wolfman, which is dope. And
even like how it was made, like a lot of it, it's not even CGI for I think majority of it. I'm pretty sure all of it, but a lot of it is practical effects. The Wolfman's design. Man Thing was practical, so I think that it's cool. I think Marvel needs to start incorporating that more instead of just saying, all right, let's just go CGI with this. Let's go CGI with that. You know, like kind of think about it, you know?
Well, I think also with the black and white, they helped out also, though.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It does help hide some things.
Yeah. But it worked, though.
Yeah, it worked. The brutality. That's another key thing that I really loved about this presentation was brutal. You saw limbs getting ripped off. You saw blood splattering. I loved it. I wish more Marvel projects would go more for this, especially like the dark things like Moon Knight, Blade, etc. Is it hard to do? I know what you're about to say. Well, Marvel's for kids and all that. You got to make it kid friendly. I just wish they would separate its own branch, especially with the darker characters, and just keep it with their own kind of gritty version. So
I can respect that. It goes by fast. It feels short to me. Like I thought it was gonna feel long at first, but it felt really short. I feel like we get right to it. It moves very. I think at a good pace. I don't really think there's any slow points really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even the connection between the Wolfman and the girl, the main actress we get, is a dope connection. You understand. Like you get a moment in between all this going on because they're basically fighting. It's basically like some John Wick type stuff where everybody's basically hunting each other to be the final person to catch the man thing.
Mm-hmm.
You get this moment of dialogue when they're in the little like coffin area, whatever you want to call it. But they're having this moment of dialogue. They're just talking and. He explained him and she explained herself, and you kind of get this nice little back and forth, and man, enjoyable because those characters are somebody that you root for at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seeing how it ended, I was cool with the ending. The color coming back, like, oh damn, they brought the color back. I was like, yeah, they brought the color back. But overall, I don't know if we're gonna see Wolf the Man again, but
I mean, maybe in properties like Blade, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know, depends on time period. I was kind of surprised
but I thought maybe he could live because I think the actor said like the Wolfman's been around for like 100, 200, 300.
Oh, okay, then that's a different story. Okay, my bad. So. I was kind of surprised we didn't see Kit Harington's character's grandfather or something like that, or father, great-great-grandfather or something like that. I thought that would be kind of cool to throw him in there as a little nod, have Kit Harington play him as a little nod or something like that. But overall, man, makes me excited for the universe of like the monster universe and the darker universe, like DeAndre mentioned with Blade coming. Oh, Blade got pushed back, which sucks, but good thing they can get back to work and work on it with Kit Harington's character and what that's gonna do. It makes me excited for what the future can hold and how this is a different type of property. And another thing I'm saying, I'll talk to DeAndre is I think another thing that makes this presentation, especially him movie, dope is that it doesn't feel like anything we've seen in Marvel. It has its own thing. It doesn't even feel like a Marvel movie besides the intro. It feels very much like its own it's like classic cult horror movie. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed that also. I think it was a different take from Marvel. And a shout out to Marvel. Like I know I'm coming a Marvel fan, but a shout out to Marvel trying to take new adventures, try new things, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but this one right here worked.
Yeah, and they even introduced like a artifact. They didn't really go much deep into it, but like the Bloodstone, that's another powerful stone in the universe. Will it be a factor moving forward? Maybe, we shall see. But yeah, I enjoyed it for it being a special presentation. I felt like there was enough story behind it. It felt complete to me.
Dropping during Halloween time was smart. Also, dropping in like for Halloween season was smart. It has like some Halloween, like the castle and like the dad in the fucking tomb.
Yeah, like a lot of great horror elements.
Yeah, it was
attached to it. And I say this right now, Michael Giacchino probably would be a front runner for me to direct Blade, since Blade is moving on from. I forgot the person they had directing it, but he just dropped out. So I would be in favor of Michael Giacchino directing it if he can. Like he would be my first choice right now, based on this.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it either. I'm with that.
Keep it connected. Why not? All right, guys, what did you think of Marvel Studios' Werewolf by Night? Be sure to let us know your thoughts down below in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this little review discussion of it, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm DeAndre.
See you next time, folks.
Deuces.